Jams.
So, regarding Taka's death, I wonder if he died before Hifumi, or perhaps it was after? We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
It's true that Hifumi was killed with Justice Hammer 3, while Taka's death came from a swing of Justice Hammer 4.
See? So it's obvious Taka came after.
Is it really, though?
So, regarding Taka's death, I wonder if he died before Hifumi, or perhaps it was after? We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
It's true that Hifumi was killed with Justice Hammer 3, while Taka's death came from a swing of Justice Hammer 4.
See? So it's obvious Taka came after.
Okay, this is really...
So, regarding Taka's death, I wonder if, or perhaps it was, we already know what order they were killed in.
Nope.
Shoot!
Something weird is always going on. And in this case, the something weird is that I can't look at the Monokuma file.
Regarding, I wonder if, or perhaps it was, we already know Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
Oh.
So, regarding Taka's death, I wonder if he died before, or perhaps it was after. We already know what Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
Oh god, now I need to
True that
remember
Hifumi was killed
more
with Justice
controls.
Hammer.
Okay. Oh yeah, you can... I'm dumb. And, by the way, I'm dumb. Uh-huh. Okay, this is not showing me the item I need. I'm working on it, Sickaby. Hold left mouse button. Okay, there it is.
While Taka's death came...
See? So it's obvious Taka came... So, I wonder if, or perhaps it was... We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
Oh
True
shit!
that Hifumi was killed with while
Hmm.
Taka's death.
See? So it's obvious Taka came...
Okay,
So,
let's
I
try
wonder
that,
if
but
he thought
with
perhaps it was-
less
we already
missing.
know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice...
There we are.
No, it's wrong.
I can remember game mechanics occasionally, just not how to function.
Hold on. There's no reason to assume that
Not
the
how to
hammers were
function.
used in the same order as their numbers. If anything, that's just another way the killer tried to disguise their actions.
So you're saying the culprit wanted us to think the hammers were used in order, but in reality, Taka was killed before Hifumi? Okay,
Is a
then,
possibility.
let's see the proof.
Oh, I can carry that over. Interesting. Yeah, okay. wristwatch. It,
Now I understand.
okay, thanks for that money, because
I got it. Taka's wristwatch.
I legitimately thought that was not a thing I was able to do.
It broke
Like, I
with the hands
consciously
pointing
thought
just
that
past
earlier.
6 o'clock.
It must have gotten broken when he was attacked by the killer. Because as of last night, so if it wasn't broken after 6 last night, then he must have been attacked around 6 this morning.
Logic.
And that would be his official time of death.
But if that's true, then he was killed well before Hifumi.
And before Celeste was attacked this morning, which happened around 7.
That's right. Taka was killed before any of the other incidents took place.
That simple fact slipped past all of us. We made the wrong assumption about the order of events, all because of those justice hammers.
That's exactly why the culprit wrote the numbers on each hammer and had them increase in size. That way, when we saw how they were used in each incident, we'd easily make that wrong assumption.
Okay, but where's Justice 5
Now,
hammer?
if Taka was killed around 6,
You can't
then
just have
everyone's
4.
alibis for his murder go out the window. Because when he was killed, we hadn't met up in the dining hall yet.
That may be true in the case of Taka's murder. But all of our alibis still hold true for Hifumi's death.
That's right. With him, at least, we're all safe.
For now. Yeah.
When we heard Hifumi screaming, we were all together. Except for Hiro and Kyoko. Then we all ran down to the nurse's office, and that's where we found his body.
That's totally true. We're all in the clear.
Oh, I know! They must have recorded him screaming on a tape or something, then played it later on!
If that's true, where's the tape?
I don't know.
And what did they play it on?
Just go making stuff up.
Anyway, we all have rock-solid alibis for when we heard Hifumi scream. Since all of us were there together, clearly none of us could have killed him.
And it does not stop there. There was also the moment when we discovered his body had disappeared. When his body vanished from the nurse's office, Hina and I were in the bathroom together, while everyone else was in the equipment room, correct?
Okay, but why did you go to the bathroom together?
And then there's the disappearance of Taka's body from the equipment room.
That was a terrible idea.
At that time, we were all gathered together in the nurse's office because of Hifumi going missing.
Well, don't forget, I was passed out in the equipment room the whole time.
Truth.
Wait, then what if Genocide Jill did it? She could have dragged Taka's body out of there right then!
She was still
Even if
unconscious.
she could pull that off, there's no way she could have done the same with Hifumi's body. Because, as we just established, she was passed out in the equipment room when his body disappeared.
Besides, I didn't do either of them anyway.
Yeah, there were
In
no
other
scissors
words,
involved.
It is impossible that any of us could have killed Hifumi or moved either of their bodies. On the other hand, Hiro and Kyoko had disappeared, so they most certainly
Kyoko?
could have done those things.
So what now, Kyoko?
For now, we can't get fixated on who did it, or we'll just keep going around in circles. So instead of who, I propose we start talking about how. In particular, I think we need to figure out how Hifumi's body got moved.
Magic.
That's true. We searched everywhere, but we couldn't figure out how to explain his body disappearing.
Wingardium Leviosa.
And according to what Celeste said, His body apparently disappeared in the 1 minute her and Hina took their eyes off of it.
That does sound like something he would do, doesn't it?
But to carry that much weight from the first floor up to the third in that short amount of time?
Oh man, yeah! There's no way! It'd be impossible!
Ah!
What if I told you there was a way to make the impossible possible?
But what if I
What?
told you?
How? If the dead body were to move itself.
The dead body moved on its own?
No! Not another... ghost!
Actually,
I don't think
Hero,
it
that
has
would be a
anything
zombie.
To do with the occult. I think what she's implying is
Oh, Kyoko always knows.
we thought Hifumi was dead, but perhaps in reality he was still alive.
He was alive?
Are you saying Hifumi wasn't carried out of the nurse's office, but simply walked out on his own?
But I mean, we found his body. He was dead.
Perhaps he was simply playing dead.
That it isn't possible.
Kyoko's voice sounds like An's.
Are you saying that when we first found Hifumi
The
in
only
the nurse's
VA that I
office,
know for sure in this
There's a
game
chance he
is
was
that
actually
Hina's
still
is
alive?
Cassandra Lee Morris.
No, it is impossible. Hifumi was dead, without a doubt.
And you know that how?
Surely you heard the body discovery announcement along with the rest of us. Hifumi's dead body had been found. And that is why the announcement was made.
Are we really so sure about that?
What's
Maybe
up, Juan?
The announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
Ooh.
Are you saying that when we first found Hifumi in the nurse's office, there's a chance he was actually...
No. It is Hifumi was dead, and you know that surely you heard the body with Hifumi's dead body, and that
Whoops.
is why the announcement...
Are we real? Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
I feel like this is
Saying
coming
that
into
when
play
we first
right now,
found
Money.
Hifumi and there's a chance he was...
No. It is impossible. Hifumi was dead, and you know that surely you heard the body discovery announced. Hifumi's
dead body had been found.
Habuski!
No, that's wrong. Was the body discovery announcement that was made really intended for Hifumi?
Of course it was. The announcement played right after we discovered his body.
Yeah, you sure did.
Maybe. But that was also the same time that Taka's body was found.
That's right. It wasn't long after finding his body that we heard the announcement.
So there's a good chance we've made a mistake in there somewhere. I think we've confused whether the announcement was for Hifumi or Taka.
First of all, if 2 bodies had been found, there really should have been 2 announcements.
Maybe Monokuma simply got lazy and rolled them together into one.
No, because we
What
got
do
a
you say,
second announcement,
Monokuma?
like,
Any
way
comment?
afterwards.
Well, it's a very sensitive issue, so I can't go into too much detail.
Everything
but
is
what
a
I
mistake.
can say about
Hifumi
the body
was a
discovery
mistake.
announcement is
Hero's
that
a mistake.
it's only
Monokuma
broadcast when 3
was
or
a
more people
huge
find
mistake.
a dead body for the first time.
That didn't answer our question, man. We're asking if you're a lazy bum.
No, actually, that was plenty.
How many of us found Hifumi?
He said it's only broadcast when a body is discovered for the first time, which means even if we find the same body again later, he won't make the announcement again. If that's true, then why was the announcement made again later
Killing
on?
games were a mistake.
Huh? Later on?
Exactly. We heard the body discovery announcement twice.
Okay, well, it is her. Why do I feel like we've been over this already? In a previous stream. It was not that. Okay.
Shoot!
Yeah, that's never happened before. Right. Yeah, I'm dumb.
We heard it a second time in the repository when
A
we
Snackika?
rediscovered the two bodies.
Thank. Right, I was gonna buy those when I was at work, and then I completely forgot. Thank you. Those do sound really good.
It
Yay.
didn't seem weird at the time, but it contradicts what Monokuma just told us, doesn't it?
Exactly. If we were actually rediscovering both bodies, the announcement shouldn't have played.
And in reality, when the two dead bodies were rediscovered, one of them was actually being discovered for the first time.
Oh.
So, when we found Hifumi the first time in the nurse's office, he wasn't actually dead yet. Meaning, he wasn't actually found dead until we came upon him in the repository.
And that's just part of it. There's one other thing that leads me to believe he was still alive in the nurse's office.
Oh, I know!
Hey, me too.
Because he was super good at playing dead! Bada bing, bada boom!
It was not that. Don't listen to her.
That is the worst logic I have ever heard.
Don't listen to Celeste
I
either.
do not think there's
I
anything
don't
that
like
can
her.
prove he was still alive.
He's feeling much
then.
better!
Let's take another look at the events surrounding the discovery of his
Yeah,
body.
Genocide Jill. It's a thing.
Then it should become
Or a
clear
person,
whether
rather.
he was really alive or not.
No, Alter
This
Ego
whole
is a
thing
different person.
pointless.
Okay, but I know what it is. But I know what it is. Yeah, those.
Well, here's one thing we do know. The first
Anime
time we
games
found
are
Hifumi's
weird.
body was in the nurse's office. And then, while me and Celeste were in the bathroom,
Celeste and
his
I.
body disappeared.
And the next time we saw his body, it was in the repository.
But when you compare his body before being moved and his body after being moved, other than the change in how it was positioned, there was no notable difference.
Wrong.
Then, was he really still alive?
Of
Yes.
course not. It is impossible. This is ridiculous.
You're ridiculous. This class is ridiculous. Yeah, that's gonna be a
Well, here's
while
one thing
because
we do.
I'm not gonna be
First time we
posting
found
these
it
until
complete.
after I've
His body
posted
just-
And
all
the
of
next time
Persona,
it was in.
But when you
which is
compare
gonna
his
be
body
like
before
a
being
fucking
moved,
100
other than the
episodes,
change in how it was
especially since it's
positioned,
not even
there was
done yet.
no notable difference.
Habuski.
No, that's wrong. In fact, there was one clear difference between Hifumi in the nurse's office and the repository. His glasses. That fact alone proves that he was only playing dead in the beginning.
Perhaps you'd like to fill the rest of us in?
When we found Hifumi in the nurse's office, his glasses were covered with blood. But when we found him again later
Yeah,
in the
apparently on his
repository,
Kyoko.
they were spotless.
I personally can't
And
really hear it,
I
but
found the item he used to wipe them clean
I
in the
believe it.
nurse's office trash can.
damn boy, it was the frickin' that thing.
I got it!
I got it.
It was a glasses cleaning cloth featuring a certain cartoon mascot.
But which
One
certain
look at
cartoon
the bloodstain on
mascot?
the cloth should make things clear.
Yeah, Money, you
This
didn't
piece
know
of
that?
cloth was used to wipe Hifumi's
That I
glasses
can
clean.
hear. I can hear very
And
clearly.
the mascot on the cloth is the same one that's on the digital camera, right? And whose digital camera was it? Hifumi's, of course.
The character was Princess Piggles from Demon Angel Pretty Pudgy Princess, I think.
How do you remember
I
that?
doubt anyone but Hifumi would have brought something like this to school.
I see your point. And the only people here who wear glasses are...
I wouldn't be caught dead using a tacky piece of garbage like that.
A few tissues is all I need to keep my glasses clean.
Then there's no question. It belonged to Hifumi.
So what you're saying is... What exactly?
What I'm saying is, the blood on his glasses was wiped away using his own glasses cleaning cloth.
Even if that is true, it does not mean he wiped the blood off himself.
But who would benefit from a clean pair of glasses other than the glasses owner?
Yeah, really, that was
That's a good
just dumb of him.
Then it must have been him.
Why would he do that?
So let's assume that Hifumi was still alive in the nurse's office. He pretends to be dead. Then when he's alone, he wipes his glasses clean so he can see. Then he
Okay,
stands
I
up
can kinda
and
hear it a
walks
little
out
bit,
on his
Soul.
own 2 feet. And with that, the impossible task of moving his copious corpse becomes possible.
Copious
wouldn't you say?
Corpius?
But then, if he was just pretending to be dead, what was with all that blood?
Wow.
Paint or something?
The fridge
First
in the
game
nurse's
was
office
I think
contains passive blood for
2009.
emergencies.
Except it
He
didn't
probably
come
used
to
one of those.
it didn't come to North America until like 2011, I want to say.
If he was gonna play dead, he should go all out. So he just dumped it everywhere.
Or later than that, probably. When did the Vita come
But
out?
he got crazy with it and had to wipe his glasses off when he was done. God, what an idiot!
And if Hifumi was still alive at that point, the disappearance of Taka's body is easily explained. It should be perfectly obvious who must have moved Taka's corpse.
2010 in Japan, 2014 in America. Thank you.
I got it!
No, Taka didn't move his own
It could only
body.
have been
He
Hifumi.
wasn't also a zombie.
While we
Again.
were all gathered in the nurse's office, he went to the equipment room and took Taka's body.
That also explains how the door to the repository got locked.
The door was locked?
Yeah, I knew the Vita didn't
After the
take
bodies
4
disappeared,
years to
we
come
all
out
went looking for
in North
them, right?
America.
So me and Sakura headed for the repository.
Because this
But when we
originally
got
came out
there,
on PSP
the
in
door was
Japan,
locked.
and then we
And the
didn't get it
repository
until it
door
was on the
can only
Vita.
be locked from the inside. Which means when Hina and Sakura got to the repository, someone was already inside.
Do it.
And it could
Do
only
it.
have
Do,
been
wait, no.
Hifumi,
That
who
means
just
I would
finished
also have to stay up
stashing
all night
Taka's
helping
body
you.
there.
I need sleep.
He convinced us all he was dead, and when he saw his chance, he dragged Taka's body to the repository.
You do it too, Eric.
Hifumi wasn't just another victim in this case. He was one of the assailants.
But that means he took part in the murders.
I just can't believe it.
If you're having trouble, would you like me to show you one more piece of evidence?
There's more?
There's always
Oh,
more.
absolutely. The single biggest fact pointing to his involvement has yet to be revealed.
Oh,
You know what I'm talking about, right, Makoto? The item he took off of Taka's lifeless body?
sure do. Could it be the piece of paper? That one? That piece of paper?
You're talking about the note Hifumi had hidden away, aren't you?
Yay! You got to use your
That's right.
band hammer. I'm
He
so
found it
proud of
stuffed in
you.
his pants.
What? In his...
Yeah, in his pants.
Yes, his pants.
Okay, well, forget about the pants for now. Take a look at what the note says.
His pants. Great line. Love it.
That's the note I was telling you about. The one that told me where to go.
Nope, slightly different one.
Wait, this one's a little different. In my note it said, Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else for now. Let's meet in the rec room at 1 a.m.
I see. Then this note isn't the same one Hiro got.
It's not the same?
In other words, the killer got in touch with another person besides Hiro. And that person could only have been...
It was Hifumi's pants! No. No, it was Taka.
That's right! Taka! The killer used this note to draw out
it's
Taka
hair.
and murder him.
Hello, over here.
You've watched enough anime. You know what hair is like.
But Hifumi had that letter, right?
You know, Japan and stuff.
wasn't drawing out TikTok. They were drawing out Huffy.
TikTok and Huffy.
Just to be clear,
Why Huffy?
TikTok is Taka and Huffy is Hifumi, right?